Yo, Bo, welcome to another episode of In the Life with MightyFan. We got a lot of jerseys to share, a lot of jersey pickups, and a couple gifts to share as well. Birthday gifts from a couple weeks back. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, is the one behind me. This was a wonderful birthday gift by my buddy Big Slim, and he got one for him with the number 76 on it, and he got one for me with the number 78 on there for our birth years. And these are, this is basically I would say game worn, but game practice worn. It was worn in practice. Don't know the player. It doesn't have the name. It just has the 78, which is perfect, for my birth year there. But this is an authentic practice Eagles jersey from some years ago. Has the ad sponsor that they put on there, the Rothman Institute at Jefferson. They wore it on all their jerseys at that time, just for the practicing, But look at this. This is like what I said. I remember some time ago, I was at Lincoln Financial Field in the pro shop, and I saw a lot of these jerseys sitting on racks, and it just blew my mind, the cut of these, what they actually wear, in game and in practice situations. I mean, you just imagine trying to get the pads on these things, right? Because that's why the armholes are wide the way they are, but still, it's just not a lot of material, but they're able to do it. That's why they're professional, right? And it's cool because they do have some padding. Like, there's like a circle padding, and you can kind of see the outline right there, and it's on both sides too. You got the logo, of course, Nike, jersey, but there's the logo, nice and shiny right there on both sleeves. Yes, it has a hole. It was practice worn, so it comes with some battle damage, from that time. Eagles, of course, which they're going to go away from this word mark, I think, starting next season. So, yeah, get your Eagle jerseys with that word mark now, because next season they're not going to have it. They're going to go to something a little different. The 78 is single stitched. Obviously, it doesn't have all the triple stitching that the regular game numbers have, because it's a practice jersey, but it's still very detailed and just incredibly, the cut on these is just crazy. I mean, you think about these huge 300 plus guys wearing these, It's nuts, because this is obviously a lineman, with the 70s number. It's going to be offensive or defensive line. And then you see the specs on the inside. But Slim thought it'd be a cool idea, and a nice gift, and it certainly is, to get an Eagles jersey with my birth year representing. And maybe someday I'll have it framed and, put up here in the man cave somewhere. But very nice, very cool. So that's jersey number 1. I didn't bring a hanger down for this one, and I feel bad I didn't. I knew I was forgetting one, so I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna borrow a hanger from another jersey here. All right. Bear with me here. The buttons were actually off of this one, so this was unbuttoned. But I will show it like that as it is. This was from my buddy Adam, and shout out to him from Boston, right? We got the Kerry Wood Chicago Cubs, the Road Gray Authentic. The buttons aren't buttoned, so I have to show it like that. But you got the Chicago going across the front, double stitch. The 34 is double stitch. This is I want to say it is it's an older Majestic Authentic. There's the jock. Turn it around. You got Wood 34 on the back with the Batterman. The Cubby logo, the Walking Cub. Right there on the sleeve, of course, as the Cubs wear their jerseys. Very nice. Like I said, another nice, authentic jersey into the collection. So, shout out to Adam again for this. I'll make sure I button that up so it can more easily go on a hanger. I just turned the AC off too, you know. It's actually not too bad out there. We actually got some much needed rain. We were having a bit of a drought here in PA for a while. But of course then the muggies come back a little bit and I turned off the AC. So, and it is what it is. Hoping for cooler weather very soon. This one was I bought off of Throwback King. So shout out the snacks. This is an authentic Eddie George helmet tag Reebok away jersey. I've had the home one for a bit, but this one obviously completes the set for the home and away for Eddie George. Philly's own right there, right? Great running back from back in the day. There's the helmet tag, and that's hence why it's called the helmet tag, because there's a helmet of the team on each of those tags. These are very sought after, very, very nice, comfortable jerseys. Beautiful. I love the the different colors on this. Just, these Titan jerseys always pop to me, particularly the road versions. And of course, shout out to Slim's family there in Tennessee. They're all Titan fans, all tightened up, ready for the season. So there you go for Haas and company. There's your Titans, right? Who we do, the only time we hope they don't do well is against the Eagles. But other than that, and thanks again for AJ Brown. So I'm gonna hang this. One up here for a second so you can take a look at that. Really nice. I love the detail on these Titan jerseys too, and I love the. I've always loved the logo, and the fact that it's just so detailed, on these jerseys. The camera doesn't do it justice. Very, very nice logo right there. Pops. It's shiny. Yeah, very nice. And I always liked that font that they used. When they rebranded. Because of course when they first went to Tennessee, they were still the Oilers. And they rebranded to become their own team, the Titans. And they've had some decent success, I'd say, since moving over from Houston. Next off, this is going to be a bit of a project jersey. It's an older run USA Mark McGwire Road jersey. Of course, a bit back, I got the rookie 86 yellow McGwire A's from IAS, so shout out again to IAS for that. That one, of course, he had customized with the name on the back, because like I said before, the old USA run Mitchell and Ness baseball jerseys did not have the names on the back because they didn't have the naming rights back then. It wasn't until years later when they did, and then they could start putting the players' names on the back of the jerseys. But we know number 25 is Big Mac, so this is a Mark McGwire. This is a 1987 USA run, old gold right there, right? You do have the Oakland 25 across the front. You do have also the All-Star patch. Remember I had that A's hat? I told you it was for this one. And then you have the 25 on the back. But see how low it is? So it's easy to put the name on there. So at some point I'm going to send this off as well as with a couple other of my USA run Mitchell and Ness baseball jerseys to have the names put on the back. At some point. I don't know exactly when. We'll get there. But at some point that's going to happen. I would imagine before the end of the year. Or early next year at the very latest. All right. Yes, I forgot to bring my towel down here. That probably was a mistake. But we're moving on. We're moving on. This one I was able to get off one of the groups. Someone was selling a bunch of his older swingman jerseys. So shout out to Mr. Moon for this one. Said he's a fan of the channel, so thank you very much. This is a very, I would consider a rare piece. Even though it's a swingman jersey, I don't think they ever made a retail authentic for these. This is circa his rookie year. This is a Steph Curry throwback Warrior jersey, so they wore two throwback jerseys his rookie year. They wore the San Francisco one. Basically, think of the Wilt Chamberlain that Mitchell and Ness made, the yellow with the blue and red San Francisco going across the front, which I still need, right? And then they had this one, and it really wasn't until I started doing research on the San Francisco jersey that I noticed, hey, Steph wore another throwback Warrior jersey his rookie year. Guess I'm gonna have to get that one too someday. And that was the first of the two that I was able to get. So here it is, swingman form, but this is one of the ones that they wore that season as a throwback, and you can do the research. You can take a look and see Steph wearing this his rookie year. A couple images of him in it. Curry 30 across on the back. Again, it's a swingman, so it's not, it's not going to be any big, to do about the stitching and this and that. But even a swingman version of this, and there are a ton of fakes of this out there, so to have an authentic swingman of it from back in the day, I'm very happy with that because it's a hard one to get. It is a hard one to get, and the more years that go by, it gets even harder. So was able to find one in absolute pristine condition. Very happy with that. We'll hit you with the jock tags right there. There you see the Hardwood Classics. It's an Adidas, of course, from back in the day. Steph, from his rookie year, one of the 2 throwback Warrior jerseys that they wore his rookie year. So this one obviously in the collection and also in the Curry collection of yours truly. And I'm happy to add that one to the fold there. And I always like this particular Warrior jersey. I have a few others. I know I have a Mitchell & Ness in it, with the state of California outline and everything. It's one you don't see as often, so cool to have that one in the fold. Next, we have another swingman, although this is a more recent one. This is the, it's not Kenny Anderson. This is the, Kevin Durant tie-dye Nets jersey right there that they wore a few years ago. I've always been a fan of the tie-dye jerseys. I didn't get it that year when they wore it. I actually got a really good deal on this on eBay recently. It was an auction. And I think I won this thing for... Goodness, if I paid $30 for it, it was a lot. I really got a great deal on it. And it's a swingman, but as we know, I don't hate on them. And the tie-dye. Can't go wrong, right? Tie-dye can't go wrong. In fact, I just grabbed this one off of the recent 35% off deal that Mitchell & Ness's store and the website have, which I have a few things coming from the website. But I was at the store, and I grabbed this hat as part of the deal yesterday on Labor Day. It's the Nets and it has the tie-dye vibes to it, so we're gonna put that with my tie-dye Nets jerseys because I do have a Drazen Petrovic from Rivalry Sportswear, and now I have this one, and at some point I'll have some more tie-dye Nets jerseys in the fold too. You just wait and see. So that hat's gonna go pretty well with all of them, and there is another Nets tie-dye, basically a tie-dye style hat that I would like to get that I have on one of those servers out there I'm watching, so maybe that one will come in the fold at some day too, but till then, this will be the one. All right, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. All right, moving along. I'll move to the ones that are on here. Recently, Fanatics had one of their many sales. I want to say it was 25% off. And I try to get a new Eagles jersey every year before the season starts. And I wanted to get a Devonta Smith for really since last year and just never moved on one until recently. So this is, again, swing, but it's, or game or whatever they call this. But this is the Nike alternate black Devonta Smith, number 6. Okay. So everything's pressed on, but it's a comfortable jersey. And these, I don't mind getting the game versions of, because they're easy to wear, they're light. The cut of them works on me, so, I have a decent amount in the collection, and I still want, some other players, from the current team. But Mr. Smith was certainly on my to-buy list, and was glad to get one. He set the Eagles rookie record a season ago for receiving yards. And I think he's going to have another fantastic year. Of course, Mr. Brown's on the other side of him. So he had a really good year facing the team's number 1 cornerbacks. Now he's going to face their number 2s for the most part. And he's already a really good, young, talented receiver, of course, from his days at Alabama. And now with the Eagles, of course, the Slim Reaper there, Devonta Smith. And I know Giant fans are still upset that we got him. Oh, I'm sorry. No, not sorry. So anyhow, here's the jersey I was able to pick up at the flagship yesterday for the 35% off deal. I've been wanting to get this for a minute. Just didn't move on it before I knew a better deal was going to happen. You go around the block a few times in the game. You learn, right? So I got the alternate Oakland Athletics the jersey right here from the 97 season, so it does have the Jackie Robinson 50th on there for breaking barriers. You also have their alternate logo of the time on the other sleeve. Who's the player? Nope, not McGuire. It's Jose Canseco. I did not have a Jose Canseco jersey in the fold until now, but now I can say I have one, right? Canseco 33. And the reason I got Jose was a couple reasons. One, because I have a decent amount of McGuire jerseys. You just saw I got another one. So to have another player, you know, was cool. And I hadn't had a Jose Canseco jersey in my collection to date, so now I do. So there's a 97 Jose Canseco, alternate green. You got the particulars on there, the jock tags. You guys already know all this, right? The dual tagging right there, the logo tag, and then you got your player name and year tag. I think they did a really nice job with these. I know Mitchell Ness certainly comes under enough fire, you know, for making mistakes on jerseys, but I think they did a pretty nice job with. That's just my own humble opinion. If they didn't, you know, Bay Area is going to let you know. So anyhow, let's move along, because I am just dripping all over the damn place. I should have brought my damn towel, but anyhow. We're moving along. Another Fanatics pickup from the 25% off deal they recently had. And I was glad to get it because it was the last one in my size. And it's one of those that I've been wanting for a while. Probably my, a little fuzzy on here. Probably my favorite non-Philadelphia Flyer current player is Alex Ovechkin. And I wanted this jersey for a while. Finally able to pull the trigger on one. It's their alternate jersey, which I think is super sharp, and owning it, I think it looks even better. I mean, the details on this is just crazy. It's also a prime green version of it, and the prime green for Adidas is some of the better ones that they do, you know, for replica jerseys. It's not made in Canada. This one's made in Indonesia, but still, it's a very nice jersey. And it's one of the ones that I was thinking about getting off of Cool Hockey. So obviously I don't have to do that now because I got the one off of Fanatics. But Cool Hockey, obviously, you would get prime green. You can have them hand-stitched. You can do all sorts of things. I have yet to get a custom hockey jersey from Cool Hockey. But hopefully either later this year or earlier next year it will happen because it's on my list to do it. So we'll see. And obviously Adidas is going to not have the NHL after a few more years. I'm guessing Nike's going to take over then. But we'll see. Not set in stone yet, but I guess it pretty much is. I mean, Nike has everything else, so why not, you know, get hockey, right? So the Adidas run with hockey is going to come to a close very soon, but is what it is. This was still one of the ones that I wanted to get. Off of the Adidas list, right? So here it is. You're going to get to the particulars. You got the shield in the front. You got the ties going on there. You got the captaincy, of course. And the prime greens are cool because it has that kind of 3D effect on the logo, if you notice. You know, they're just really well done. The W with the stars on top. Very nice. The stripes and the 8 on the sleeves. Very nice as well. I like the go from the white on the shoulders to the navy blue. I think that really pops. Adidas on the back, Ovechkin 8. Again, this is their alternate jersey. That looks really sharp on the ice as well. And in my opinion, I know I've said it before, I didn't see prime Gretzky or Lemieux. And obviously not Rocket Richard back in the day too, right? I've seen many great goal scorers, but in my opinion, Ovi's probably he's the best. You know, he's done it for so long, consistently at it. He's going to have the goal scoring record at some point in the near future, I would imagine. So, you know, certainly a fan, even though he kills my Flyers all the time, but it is what it is. A lot of teams kill my Flyers these days, so it is what it is until they decide they want to get better. Whenever that might be. But anyhow, wanted to get that one. I'm glad I finally got that off the list. Not going to say I'm going to have as many Ovechkin jerseys as Curry jerseys. You know, that might take some doing, but I'm going to be adding a few more over the years, you know, because I do appreciate his goal-scoring game. And, you know, he's just a terrific what he does. And the other cool thing about this one is on the inside, it does have the all caps, which is pretty cool. And last but not least for the jersey pickups, I know we've had quite a few. The white Kachina from back in the day. This is a starter replica, but I mean the replica hockey jerseys have always been nice. You know, they've always been really well done, well put together. And I've had the this would be the home jersey from back in the day. I've had the away version of this for many years for Jeremy Roenick, and this one is the captain of the time, Keith Tkachuk. So there's that number 7, Tkachuk on the back. Again, this is a starter replica, but look at the detail on this. Just for a replica jersey back in the day. You got the beautiful shoulder patches going. You got the, the 7s on the sleeve and the pattern there, right? The Kachina jerseys, it's so great that they went back to these. I mean, what they wore before that just didn't, hit, at least for me, because I remember them in these, and I'm glad they went back to them. They needed to, and it's cool that they did. Of course, the big iconic logo on the front, the captaincy, the pattern again on the neck area, and then going around the bottom. Just so nice, so iconic. Oh, it's great to see them wear them again. At some point, I'm probably going to have to grab one off of Cool Hockey. I don't know the player I would get, but at some point, I think I got to grab one. Because I know the detail and the prime greens are going to really be nice. And just to have a current one to kind of have with the throwbacks, would be nice too. So the next one I think I would try to get, I would imagine will be their alternate green version of the Kachina, that they wore back in the day. When, I don't know. Some of them fetch a pretty penny, so, we'll see. But that would probably, if I were to guess, would be my next Coyotes jersey pickup. And I kind of would like to get that one before the retro reverse that they wore a few years ago, the purple version of it with the Coyote head on the front. We'll see. Anyhow, I'm melting away. I got to go. So, sorry about that. It just happens. I got these lights and just... I should have had the AC on. I should have. That was a mistake on my part. But, you learn from mistakes, and you get sweat all over shirts. But anyhow, I'm gonna go before I literally melt away. It's like a sauna in here. It's actually not too bad, but it's I'm getting a haircut this weekend. I can't wait. It adds to the problem. But anyhow, the. Thank you as always for all of the support to the channel, and you always have to leave those likes, right? Like away, right? And you gotta make sure you subscribe if you already haven't done so. Hit the bell icon to make sure you get notified of yours truly's channels here on the yours truly's videos here on the channel. My channel's on the video. That would be interesting, right? The videos on the channel, including the Season of the Fan, Season 9, coming up for my beloved Birds. NFL season will be kicking off this Thursday night. We got the Bills and the defending champion LA Rams. Going to do business there at SoFi. It's banner night for the Rams. It should be very interesting matchup. I got a Phillies game that night. So I'm going to be watching my Phillies, but I will have an eye on that game as well. I will have my eye on that game as well. I'm sure other fans in the stadium might be doing the same. But that's going to be cool, right? Great to have football back. My Birds taking on the Lions and the Motor City to start the season. And we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to try to break down the game and how I feel this season will be going before the end of the week. Episode 1 of Season 9 of Season of the Fan will be here on the channel. And that's another reason why you got to hit that bell icon, so you're always notified to the latest and greatest vids of yours truly. I have some other things to share at some point. Maybe we'll get to that this weekend or early next week for the season for the In the Life series. And we'll take it one video at a time. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. And that is it for now. I'm going to dry up. All right. Bye.